3, 2, 1. Pretty sure we're all set, but anyways. Hello everyone, Miragefly here, bringing another game of Company of Heroes 2, this time between Bene, or Bene, or something along those lines as our US Forces player down the south of Famineville, and he'll be facing off against Old Shatterhand, who'll be our Oster player up in the north. We will be playing on the Competitive Edition mod, another one of those arranged games that we've been going through, or that we've been starting lately to get more of these special games casted. But anyways, as for builds, we got an MG and Grenadier coming out for Old Shatterhand, while meanwhile we got double rear echelon and a rifle squad for Bene. MG42 is going straight into the building. Rifleman will be forced to break contact. MG is setting up. Some guys are lagging behind. Should be able to get away from the suppression. MG will be locking down that center area. And meanwhile, the double rear echelon are capturing up the map much faster than his Oster counterpart, who's only has his Grenadier leaving the base. Grenadiers will be hit by a volley of M1 Grand Fire. Take a little bit of health damage, but they'll be fine. Second rifle squad is coming out. Grenadiers will be capturing up the point. MG42 is also capturing the center. Will be relocating. Grenadier squad will be spotted. Rifleman going to break contact. Avoid taking that extra damage simply because the Grenadiers do have heavy cover to support them. MG42 is setting up, relocating to a new position. Echelon going to be fighting Grenadiers. Not going to be a good fight for them. Already lose a model. Not a good fight for these Grenadiers trying to capture with these Riflemen in cover. Grenadier model did go down from the rear echelon. Our Grenadier squad is coming out.
Our base is under attack.
The base takes a bullet. Rear echelon, actually Grenadiers are breaking contact. Third rear echelon's coming up.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Rear echelon spam is viable. Bit more viable in Competitive Edition, simply because they are cheaper to deploy. And they cost a bit less to reinforce, 23 from 25. Still need those weapon upgrades to really be effective. They can volley fire early game, even though since it no longer instantly kills them off. Rear echelon will be breaking contact. Rifleman going to be taking cover. Rear echelon should be able to make it back to base, but MG42 may be setting up in the retreat path. Riflemen have taken the position here. Pioneers are actually in the back, still capturing. Grenadiers forced on defensive. The Oster player's a bit too spread out. And he keeps trying to capture this point while under fire from these Riflemen.
Interrogation training and detection avoidance available to all combat infantry. Camouflage can now be used to ambush the enemy.
Echelon suppressed, they will be falling back.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Pioneers are here. Won't be able to stall behind heavy cover, but one of them is exposed to enemy fire, depending if the models focus him.
We have been granted access.
Grenadiers busy capturing up. Bunkers going down. What's it going to be tech for Americans? Lieutenant has been deployed, has just reached the field. Rifleman pulling back. Low health on the unit. Rear echelon with sweepers going to cut the wire. Alright, we do have Grenadiers decapturing the field here. They will get the decap. Russian taking a bit of damage from those MP40s at range. Not a lot, but that'll be fun. Grenadiers gonna be forced to pull back. They will make it out with only one casualty.
Now equipped with observation packages.
Recon support has been locked in, a lot stronger. Riflemen also get flares when they go this doctrine. A bit stealing from the Rifle Company, but Rifle Company also gets its own unique thing with flares. G43s are here. They're going to cut into these rear echelon. That extra DPS at short range will really kick in. Rear echelon will probably go down. They don't retreat. Late retreat, though. Rear echelon actually go down. Very late retreat there. Enemy has broken contact with volley fire, but they have been forced off regardless. Rear echelon should probably pull back here. Very low on their health. A lot of manpower for an austere player. And if you didn't know, we have Jaeger light infantry who can be deployed. They have been deployed. They're really good at capturing, decapturing up the men. They can also steal resources. They're not really good in the combat role, but they are there. But Grendir's very low here. Could go down if no one actually supports them. 50 cals on the way for the Americans. Tier 2 is going up. Observation's going off. Rear echelon should probably pull back. They probably will be able to force away the riflemen, so as long as they fight at long range. Pioneers moving in, but they need support. Where's our MG42? Getting out of the building, moving into support will probably suppress these riflemen and force them away. 50 cal will be spotted. Rifle grenade going in. Massive damage. Massive damage on the rifleman. Rifle grenade on rifleman. Probably gonna see suppression here. One of the models is sticking out. Maybe I'll get that one rifle model. Depending if suppression doesn't go off. Needs one more shot. He will not get it, however. Jaegers will be forced to pull back. Probably should have focused them on capturing up and decapturing up in the north, because that's their main purpose. Is for in the austere army. G43 is going to cut into this LT squad. Especially since he's crossing the road. What do we have in production for our austere player? Maybe going for a 222. Ambulance coming up for the Americans. Grenadiers need to stay in cover though. They're going to take a lot of damage from that BAR. 50 cal also setting up will force away these Grenadiers. Grenadiers will pull back. Riflemen will be forced out of this building. Grenadiers have taken a building. Field has been resecured. Pioneers moving down to the south. Greyhound has been deployed, but we got 222 coming out to counter it. All the munitions are being sent in to feed this Greyhound and give it its upgrade. It's going to be pretty potent against infantry. And decent against the 222, but it needs to close the distance. Kind of an MG battle here. Greyhound's moving around. 222 is moving up in the opposite direction. And we can see Shatterhand's actually stealing resources here. Reduce the point by half, or near half. And giving himself +5 emissions. 222 is going to cut into the 50 cal team, force them away. However, Greyhound could take out this Pioneer squad. Grenadiers could also go down. They're taking lots of damage. Alright, Greyhound not that effective on the move. Grenadiers need to pull back though. Don't see a retreat. 222 is relocating to engage that Greyhound. Gets a few shots on the rear flank.
Our industry grows to support us.
.222 is going to kite at max. Greyhound will be forced to repair. He is now often to decapture that point. See, the fuel munition incoming for him has gone down from 31 to 26. They steal 50% of the resources from the point. Got some units moving up north to counter harass. Might want to put them on hold fire. They do have a little bit extra sight over other units as well, 40. Pretty much everything about them's made for utility and support. Not really much of them's made for combat. Ambulance is being shot at from range. We forced to relocate. Reaction gonna go in and start firing rifle grenades. 50 cal holding out in the house. Gonna have a decap going here with the Jaegers. We'll get that decap.
Just got cut off.
Riflemen need to get in the cover. Gonna have a mass retreat, though. Americans losing map control. Riflemen will recapture the point. 222 needs repairs, though. Greyhound could possibly dive in. Here's losing another model on the retreat. It'll be a bit of expensive reinforced, 33 per model. We also have a bazooka to help that keep that 222 away. Mortars also coming online. Recon pass has been used. We'll see what's going on. Could possibly move this Greyhound where the 222 isn't and just harass the infantry. It's very good at killing infantry. And random note, once upgraded with skirts, it has a very good chance of being looks for a lower price. Because looks does not actually reliably penetrate the Greyhound. No pack guns deployed just yet. Tier 3 has gone up. Old Shatterhand Tekken. Americans are a little bit behind on their resource count. They have gone with rifleman upgrades. Or they can pick them up. Should probably pick up a BAR now. Get that rifle squad out of the base as well. Nice dodge there. Greyhound on flank. Will force away this Jaeger squad. Mortar needs to back away. Unit's too close to it. .50 cal are doing massive work by suppressing these units. The AP is loaded also to give that extra damage. Does a lot of damage there, and Bazooka's going to keep that away. Grenadiers almost go down there. Greyhound needs to be a bit closer. But LT's going to cut into the Pioneers. If we can get that squad, it would be a massive loss, because we only have one... Actually, no, never mind. We have 2 Pioneers on the field now. One squad is repairing. Not sure why smoke is going down. Needs to start barraging. Their mates coming around. We'll intercept these Grenadiers. Grenadiers immediately pull back, not wanting to fight that one. Riflemen should probably start moving and get out of there. We're actually going to take the building. Greyhound coming around to engage that MG. Tank will be coming soon for old Shatterhand. The resource income has been relatively good this game. Bene needs to really take this point. Losing resources by not having it. Smoke will deny the building. No Tuller mine, so Greyhound will force away this MG. Panzerfaust could go in. Rifle grenade will be going off. Does hit the 222, we'll force that one back. Got a bit of lag here due to the smoke. Needs to start targeting that 222. Could also go for this MG though. Probably will clear it with that 50 cal. Does go down. Greyhound's now veteran C2. We'll be popping smoke out there. 50 cal suppressing Grenadiers at close range. Could see a Faust go off, but it probably won't be enough to finish it. Also get these Grenadiers. They're very clumped up. Greyhound will need repairs, but there will be nothing to follow up. 222's limping forward, but he's got to deal with a 50 cal in the building, which will rip into it. Pioneer's in way too close, taking a lot of damage from that 50 cal, immediately gets suppressed.
The capture point is under attack.
Lots of casualty. He's a bound for our austere player. Needs to do a lot of reinforcement. Mortar has been forced away. Jaeger's still continuing to capture up the map. Haven't really done much combat. They've been constantly forced away by the Greyhound, so they haven't had time to take shots at infantry. But we do have harassment going on in the north. Pioneers are here. Greyhound will be back in action shortly, however. We'll be able to stop that counter-harass. Will be able to counter-harass. I have no idea what I'm saying. But we already have riflemen moving in for the counter-harass. Pioneers will be forced to pull back. They got the point being having its fuel income lowered. I don't think Bene he knows that it states right. You can pretty much tell by it staying +4 or it's turned to +7. I mean +7's turned to +4. God, I really don't know what I'm saying today. Americans have teched up to Major. That is available. Panzer Grenadiers are on the field. Bundle grenade going in. Nice dodge there. Major is suppressed. Mass retreat here due to Grenadiers with G43s and LMGs. Probably gonna see a Panzer IV arriving. We got nothing to really counter that. Only one squad with bazookas. Major needs to pull back. Major's gonna go down here. Looks like that squad will just barely get out alive. White Phosphorus is seeing the MG though. Doing lots of damage. That shell could easily take out more members. They're very low. Grenadier is here. I mean, Greyhound's here. So many units that start with the letter G. Mortar went down though. Not sure if it's due to a rifle grenade or just being focused, but Grenadiers getting ripped apart. Could go down here. Greyhound's eating infantry alive. 50 cal sprinting out there. Not sure how you sprint with a 50 cal, but they're doing it regardless. Grenadiers will pull back, but Greyhound could chase this. .222 is here. We'll force that one away. Both light vehicles, almost veteran C3. Panzer IV is on the way for our austere player, but austere has lost a lot of its map control. Could possibly use their own mortar to support. But they teched up for their armor, so they will be behind in infantry units. Pioneers need to pull back. Veteran C2, but they're getting ripped apart. Could go down here. Not very durable, even with veterancy. They'll just barely get out of there, but Panzer IV is here, will cause some havoc. No tanks for Americans, a real anti-tank. Pinto is also on the way, we'll give it that extra anti-infantry power. Rifle grenade's gonna go in here. One rifle grenade, two rifle grenades. You know he's going to cancel that one. He doesn't want to spend the munitions because he knows he's not going to be able to snare it, and his bazookas are pulling back. Panzer IV should probably start pushing up with the infantry. Need some repairs on this 222. Jaegers have managed to decapture that and decap and recap that fuel point. Don't start decapturing the munitions. .50 cal could go down here. Mortar could also be stolen. It is weaker in competitive edition, but it's still a mortar nonetheless, and it fires very fast. Mortar has been stolen.
We have 300 points remaining.
M36 is on the way. We'll give him some good anti-tank, but will also mean he won't have that extra anti-infantry firepower for Sherman. He's going to rely mainly on that Greyhound as his anti-infantry vehicle. Meanwhile, Panzer Grenadiers are capturing. I haven't seen much else of the doctrine aside from the G43s and Jaegers. Maybe want to go with ambush camo on a few of his units. Bunker or fighting position will probably go down here.
We are losing a sector.
Panzer IV is not hitting it, but the 222 will finish that one off. Pioneers need to pull back though under BAR fire. Panzer Grenadiers gonna move up, however, Greyhound's gonna come in here and stop this. Canister went off, but the unit was very spread out, so that's not gonna really hurt them. Greyhound's not having a good time hitting this 222 at max.
Enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
50 cal is here, we also have a Jackson. Gets one hit on that 222, immediately forces it back. One more shot will finish it off, but I don't think he will be able to get it. Attack ground misses. More Panzer Grenadiers are on the way. Interesting. The Jaegers are still roaming around the map. Haven't really shot anything. Mainly just using them for harassment.
We have been assigned fresh Panzer Grenadiers.
Grenadiers do decapture that munitions down the south. 50 cal is set up to engage that MG42.
Support primed to go.
This thing, I think, yeah, oh yeah, the MG42 did go down to the Greyhound earlier, which is why it has no vet. Grenadiers should be able to clear this building, depending if the M8 comes down here. But Jaeger's going to focus on stealing resources at the moment. We'll need to see some repairs on his Panzer IV. It is in that threshold to get engine damage from snares. Major has been spotted.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
LT's moving up. Panzer Grenadiers don't want to be fighting this when they're out in negative cover. They could probably win if they get to the wall. We'll win that engagement.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Not sure what our Americans can go for. He's got a lot of manpower saved up, but he doesn't have the munitions to call in the airdrop combat group. Gives you a lot of nice paratroopers and the AT gun for a rather discounted cost, though. It's no longer 900 manpower outright.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Repair's gonna go off in this Panzer IV. A lot of support weapons for our Axis. Well, not really, never mind. Just like one MG. A lot of infantry, though. Lots of infantry. For Americans, we only have like 3 rifle squads. I will count the LT as a rifle squad, because that's what he pretty much is. Just without the snare. 50 cal is actually not facing properly. Grenadiers get immediately suppressed. If he wants, he can drop artillery if he had the munitions. Smoke is going off on the 50 cal from the mortar. The canister bugged there. Unless the heavy cover absorbed it. 222 is moving in. Jackson's here though, needs some rifleman support. 222 goes down. Could bail out the crew to save it. Jackson goes down. Greyhound needs to smoke out. Could bail out the crew. No, but he's going back in. Not sure why he went back in. He loses it. Major loss for Americans there. Honestly, shouldn't have taken that engagement. Should have tried backing out immediately. And really need that rifleman squad nearby for the snares. Looks like... Are they still siphoning resources? I think they may be stealing from another point. Then again, the point is disconnected, so they really can't use it. They have to use it on connected territory. What are Americans going to go for now? They need some sort of AT. Don't think Veteran C3 is going to help on the 50 cal. It doesn't start doing like crazy bullets even at Veteran C. Panzer IV is repaired, moving back to the front.
Enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Fuel is being used on Captain Tech. We'll be able to produce those support weapons, which he desperately needs. Ambulance could go down here. He is running with it. There's one bazooka. Bounces. But will be forced to pull back. Riflemen are also moving in with the snare. LT should be able to win this one. LT needs to stop though. .50 cal in a bad position, needs to run from this one. We'll be sprinting. We got Panzer IV moving in the respawn tower. Almost Veteran C2. We'll get those armored skirts soon. .50 cal will be forced to retreat. Double anti-tank guns coming out for the Americans.
Enemy forces
Heavy Panzer Corps is being put up, though, so we'll be seeing things like Panzerwerfers. That 350 cal could go down, needs to be reinforced. Ambulance goes down, we still have the medics on the field, though. Looks like we lost the LT squad to enemy fire. Or whoever you want to go on the side of. Cash has been put up to stop the stop the harassment, but fuel will be captured regardless. .50 cal setting up to engage this Grenadier squad. Get immediately suppressed and retreat. 180 gun is on the field. Broombar is on the way. A lot of heavy armored targets for our Axis coming online. Doesn't help that we lost that Jackson. Mortar is firing. Not the strongest mortar. But we'll take one casualty. Light artillery is firing. 57 gets a nice penetrating hit. It needs to start running back due to the light artillery barrage. Units need to clear out. Bene's actually going to surrender. So look, constant back and forth. It looks like our Americans had advantages of 1 point, but things just eventually didn't go their way, especially when they lost both their vehicles in that corner. It was pretty much a complete turning point. They had nothing to do for any counter-harassment up in the north or to defend their territory, and nothing to mobile response to deal with armored vehicles. It would have been nice to maybe see him go Captain Tech, but I guess they really need that Jackson, I suppose. Greyhound did a lot of work, as well did the 50 cals, but, well, just didn't really turn out in Bene's favor. Anyways, that'll be all for now, and this will be Mirage Flaw, signing off.